just so honored to be accepting this Trailblazer Award, especially here at my alma mater, and in front of this amazing, fired up crowd of women. You know, I also looked up the definition of trailblazer, and it tells you that a trailblazer is a person who makes a new track through wild country. And as a young woman of color, I feel like I'm doing just that in the wildest country we know right now, the U.S. Congress. While I'm so proud to represent Florida and to be the first Vietnamese American woman to serve in Congress, I'm used to blazing my own trail, whether that was in the private sector or at the Pentagon, and now in the U.S. Congress. And in case you hadn't noticed, men tend to outnumber women in these boardrooms, situation rooms, and committee rooms. But we're changing that, aren't we? And blazing your own trail isn't easy. Running for Congress against a man who'd been there for 24 years wasn't easy. And despite successful careers in business, in academia, and in national security, I was told I was too inexperienced, that I was in over my head, that I had bitten off more than I could chew. He went as far as to call me a nothing burger, and believe it or not, he even called me a house cat. And that seems a little ironic now with the pussy hat movement. But here are the two guiding principles that got me through this journey and all the other ones that I've faced. Well, the first one is I tell my 2-year-old, my 3-year-old daughter and my 6-year-old son that they shouldn't let what others say about them bring them down or stop them from going after a goal. And I feel strongly that I had to live by that example. And then secondly, I remember that anytime I'm discounted for my gender, my immigration status, my race, or any other factor that's out of my control, that I always do what I've always done, and that's to kill them with confidence. We face an uncertain time over the next few years, but it's so important that voices like ours are heard, and that we lend a voice to those among us who are voiceless. I'll do my part in Congress to promote principles like diversity, equality, compassion, and opportunity for all. And I'll stand up to bigotry, racism, xenophobia, and sexism wherever I see it. And I encourage you all to find your own voice and to use it, and to blaze your own trail through the wild country that we find in our nation right now. Because this is not the time for silence, it's the time for action. And together we will blaze a trail far and wide so that every girl and every woman is empowered to choose her own future and seize her own destiny. Thank you again. I'm eternally grateful. Thank you.